Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're joining us for another HTAR stream. We are live at Baku, and joining me on the mic is, I was going to say Ocean Chief, is Icewind.
Yeah, I think hopefully it's me, but yeah. So hello everybody. Good to be back.
Yeah, so we are here for the fourth round. Okay, we've got a 5 grid penalty for Pavel already. He must have hit someone coming
Oh,
out of the pits there.
yeah, he seems to have suffered front wing damage. So did he come together with somebody? I'm just gonna have a look. So he's collided with Black Sheep apparently coming out of the pits or something. So already on the back foot for Pavel.
Yeah, that's the worst possible start. So the action is already underway. Yeah, so we've got 18 drivers today, and leading the championship is Vexit, who's out on hards at the minute. So he is, yeah, he's still, actually we've got 19 drivers out on track. Just
Yep.
one added there. So yeah, Baku, great track. We've got a dry qualifying session. It looks like. If anybody's watching, if you can just let me know about audio levels and things like that, so we can tweak those as we go. But yeah, I'm just watching. I don't even know why I'm watching Pavel. He's like I say, he's got front wing damage, so he's more than likely going to come
If
in.
you want to watch somebody, Toto is the first guy to come across the line and start a lap here. So
Okay, dope. Let's
we can
find
follow him.
Toto.
He's the first guy to set a time here, I guess, or he's in Eras mode 0 though, so he's apparently pitting. I guess he didn't really want to go out on softs. Like I would guess that's what he is doing.
Oh, he's left the
So
session.
okay, that's strange. So
Interesting.
Stefadis is actually the first guy, the other Racing Point here, who started a lap. He's the first guy who's gonna set a time here. And there's a McLaren in Daniel Ricciardo in turn 3. So it's kicking off. Fausto has gone wide, and he's now having to wiggle his car back on the track, and he's getting it done. And Keyboard Magnussen is in the wall now.
Oh
So,
dear. Oh dear.
turn 3 as well.
In the first minute, it's been action-packed, but it's not all the action you would want if you're out on track at the minute. Let's see, keyboard, yeah.
Sihadus, I think, also has invalidated his lap, so it's been a pretty messy start to this qualifying session. And Fausto is apparently getting out of the way there, so I was just seeing that he stopped on the track again. Yeah, so what were we saying? Vexit is he has a pretty much an iron grip on this championship. He's won the first 3 races, so he's got a clean slate.
Yeah, he's very fast guy, but we do have other fast boys in here itching to get their first one of the season. And I'm on board with Orlando at the minute, and he's actually coming up to a bit of traffic. He gets a braking wrong there for as he heads into someone's stuck in Castle. Keyboard, Black Sheep. And we've got McKender as well as joined. McKender, he's a very fast boy, I tell you that. He will be yeah, he'll be fighting for the win in this one if he's able to get on track, but he will be starting dead last.
Yeah, it's so FSD Isse is the first guy to actually set a lap time 1:41.2 on the hard tires, and yeah, it's been really difficult to keep up what's happening here. I think Vexit is about to cross the line as well, but he's definitely not on a fast lap, or he's actually starting a lap. Yeah, he's given up on the lap that he's done now, because that's going to be 1:58. So.
Well, let's follow Vexit as he navigates his way through Sector 1 then. So, pretty neat and tidy turn 1 as turn 2 comes up. Another 90-degree angle to the left, and again, makes it look easy, which it certainly isn't, let me tell you. And another heavy braking, so another 90-degree left-hander coming up, and cognitive psychology just getting out of the way there, but I think it did cost him a little bit of time out, didn't it?
Yep, yeah, he had to get off the racing line a tiny bit, but he's coming to the end of Sector 1, and he is, well, 5 seconds up on his old previous time, which wasn't really a representative time, so he's pushing. I'll have a look here. So Vexit has set a 35.3 in the first sector, which is about half a second faster than the pole sitter at the moment. So he's definitely on for a provisional pole here.
Yeah, he's in sector 3 now. He's making his way up to this notorious, don't know the name of the corner, but it's an interesting one. Some people choose to run over the curb, which he does, and he takes a lot of curb. It actually looked like he was completely off track there, but he's not invalidated his lap. He's actually got a purple sector in sector 2.
Yeah, he's a second up on his say so far. Just set the fastest lap again, 40.8. So I'm expecting this to be under into the 139s on these hards, which is very good, I think.
We have another retiree, JFK, as Vexit is about to cross the finish line. He's in overtake at the RS Open. And
39.7, whoa. I think that's a really good time on the hard, so the rest of those guys are gonna struggle to beat that. And yeah, you said somebody's retired. I wonder what's happened there. Did he crash out?
Yeah, sector 2 it looks like.
Okay, so he's already back to the pits. But yeah.
So as it stands, Vexit has laid down the gauntlet. P1 149.7, the only driver so far to do so, and that was on hards as well. I actually thought that was on a soft run, but that's hard.
I think the front runners are the best tactic here is to run medium hard pretty much. So unless you want to do what Pretorius did in the SLR race, and he qualified on softs to get on pole.
That's right,
and gambled on a safety car and got it.
Yeah, he got it. It just came out at the exact right time, around about lap 6-7, I think it was.
Yeah, that's right, and he got to go on the hards and then just took it to the end and finished P2, I think. So it's worked out for him. Mayday Force has just gone second actually. So 40.3.
Yeah, I want to see who is
Vexit, who is pretty much laying the pace here. And do we actually have Ingenio is on in this session as well? I was wondering.
Yeah, he's on a lap on soft. But Stitch goes fastest on mediums, 149.6. So he has pipped Vexit to the post. So I wonder if Vexit's going to think about putting on those mediums. And
yeah, definitely he will. So that's the he's waiting in the pits to go out. So basically, can only do like optimally do 2 laps here.
Yeah, I've got Pavel here on softs, so he set the fastest lap in sector 1. He's looking pretty pacey on the softs. He has his front wing this time, so it's definitely a bonus.
Second lap on the softs, which is, I think, a little questionable.
Oh, and he did.
The wall there.
Yeah, he tagged the wall, but he gets away with it somehow, some way.
Yep, and approaching turn 15, which is this difficult left-hander you talked about. Somebody he kind of cut the curb, but not so much as Vexit did. So Pavel is. Let's have a look. He's
purple sector 2. Yep.
Yeah, he's definitely on pole here for this pace.
And he flat out for the fast chicane there, but he was hugging the wall just millimeters.
Run out of ERS here though. Just gonna lose like a tenth or two here with this. He's run out of the ERS before the line, but yeah, of course goes on pole on softs 38 flat, which is alright, but I'm afraid he's gonna be quite compromised with the softs in the race.
Yeah, Ingenio as well on a soft run here, so I'm just following him as he makes his way for the fast chicane. And he is in overtake mode. He has plenty of ERS left in the tank. I wonder if he's going to be able to pip Pavel to pole.
I think not. He's quite a way off that, I think, so 7/10 off.
Yeah, he got a fastest sector 3, but yeah, must not have the best of runs in sector 1 and 2.
Yep. So top 3 guys on soft, and yeah, Vexit's now out on mediums. They're out there on mediums, so or not out yet, or is he out? No, he's not out. Sorry, I'm very confused. I was looking at Luca for some reason when I was talking about Vexit, so never mind.
Yeah, I'm just following these two. There's 2 guys out on softs, but they've kind of Well, Orlando's compromised himself because he's right behind cognitive psychology, and there's not much of a gap between the two of them, and they're both on the hot laps as they make their
Uh,
way through Castle. Maybe it might be okay. It might actually benefit a little bit from slipstream on the final straight, but
yeah, it might be.
we'll see what these two can do on these softs. They're currently P11, P12. Both of them avoiding that curb like it's
Yep.
got coronavirus.
Oh, somebody's really cutting the truck ahead of them, and they are quite far down on the splits at least. So we'll see. I'm sure they're gonna pick up a few positions here, but oh, there's almost.
Yikes.
I don't know if you saw that, but
Yeah.
that was scary.
Racing Point was just lurking around the corner there. It's not what you want to see when you
Yeah.
come through that chicane, that's for sure. So
Yeah.
that
So they come across the line, and what did they do? So cognitive psychology set at 40.5, and he's gained a couple of positions, but yeah, they're even on softs down in P10 and 12. So I think they will have to go out again.
yeah, and Fausto crosses the line in the McLaren. He is on sauce and he puts himself P8 with 140.2.
Yep. And Vexit is now out on those about to start his medium lap. So we should probably have a look what he can do on those mediums.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Kimi Rai as well. He's out on hards, but he's lining himself up for a hot lap here. And he's already got a 140.2 on the board on those hards, so he's definitely got pace.
Why is he out on hards though? I'm not sure if I really understand that, but yeah, it's a. I would be out on mediums at this point in the quali because is he gonna have time for another lap here? I don't know. Maybe he just wants to start on the hards or something.
Yeah, it seems that way, but oh yeah, maybe he's gonna try his hand on this lap, and if it's no good, he might just pit and put on the mediums. But we'll keep an eye on that. But Vexit is on a charge here on the mediums. Let's see how he's doing
Yep.
so far.
He's done. He's actually not done a personal best in Sector 1, so it's not been the greatest of laps. At least in Sector 1. We'll see what he can do in Sector 2. Attacking the castle section of the track. Out to the back straight. And charging down toward the tricky left-hander, which he completely cuts. And you can get away with that actually. So
Yeah, you have to be brave, but I've noticed the fast boys do tend to cut that car. He does get a purple sector too, so he made
yeah,
up a
he's
lot of time
only
there.
3.5 tenths up on his best time though. So I don't think he's completely nailed his lap on those mediums.
Yeah, that should put him P3, I reckon, if he stays on pace.
Yep. So cross the line, and he goes fourth. So not quite into P3.
Ooh.
He's a 100th of a second down on Cijados in P3.
But importantly, he is top of the medium runners currently, so that will do him well for the race. I mean, we were talking earlier about the safety car kind of potential. That's the only
Yep.
thing that could mess up his strategy here. But so far we've seen a lot of incidents. So I think, I mean, if I was in this race, I would definitely yeah, gamble on a safety car, early safety car. But
Yep.
you just never know. You just never know.
Yeah, Baku kind of tends to have that. So we'll see. I think this will be an exciting race to commentate. So we'll see what happens. Luca is 3 tenths up on his best time on mediums. He's taking that Ferrari toward the castle section. There's a Williams ahead of him. Is he?
He's got a bunch of
Maybe
traffic up
yeah, I
ahead.
think
Yeah.
so. Luca looks to have a clean track ahead of him. He might actually pick up some tow here in the back straight. No, Vexit gets out of the way. So Sasso actually returns from the session in P5. So he's not going to be able to improve anymore. And Luca also completely cuts that left-hander, and he is 9 tenths up, so
Wow.
he's
Wow.
potentially gonna look at P3 or 2 here if he nails this final sector. So Luca absolutely on it, and kind of about to spoil the party
Ooh,
of these guys ahead of him.
he actually tapped the wall there, so he did, on the straight, which he must have been paying
Oh,
attention, but no damage done on it. I think he would have lost too much time there, but just a bit of a
yeah, and
tap.
Luca goes P2. Wow,
Ooh.
38.5. So that's an impressive lap from him. So that's good stuff. He's 8/10 ahead of Exit on those mediums, which is definitely
Oh!
something I didn't expect.
Yeah, sorry, I was just riding on board with Pavel there as he just
Oh,
drove straight into the turn 2. I don't know what you call that, the little alcove. He just went straight into the wall, so he obviously intended
yeah.
to retire there.
Exit is going for another lap here on these mediums. Let's see what he can do.
And Junio as well, is he on a lap? Or yeah, he's on a hot lap at the minute, but he's not much ERS left. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
backed out.
he's backed out of that, so he did do a lap there, but wasn't able to improve. Exit, yeah, we'll follow Exit as he is zero point 0.4 up on his time already, so
Yep.
looking pretty good for Exit in Sector 1.
Yeah, this is much more representative of what he can do on those mediums. I was clearly didn't hook up the first lap together perfectly, so it's a little slidey through the castle section and also on the exit of that final bit to the back straight. So we'll see what he can do. It's been a little bit of a scruffy lap from the exit this one as well. So he's under pressure here. 3-time race winner the first 3 races. He's 3/10 up, so he's lost time in the middle sector, and but he's still looking to get P4 here, I think, if he can keep it together for this final straight, and I think he can. So he will start. Oh yeah, Mayday Force just actually gone fourth, so we'll see. It's gonna be close. Exit across the line, and he goes P5, so he's only in 5th. I think he's not gonna be too happy with that, but it's of course a long race, so.
And just while that was happening, Cajetas and Fausto must have had a bit of contact. I think they were getting out of the way for the guys on their hot laps, and actually got a 5 grid penalty for Cajetas, so he's actually going to be P11. I'll move Kimi Rai up to P10.
Oh, you mean Sihada's in 6th? I'm not sure. Sihada's whatever you say. So.
Yeah, P6. Yeah, he's got a 5 grid penalty. Yeah. So anyone
Okay,
on
so
a
we have a
lap?
few of those in this session as well. So.
I think Kimi Rai is actually on a lap at the minute on these mediums. Yeah, he is indeed. Oh no, he's not. Is he? He keeps putting his DRS to 0.
Yeah, I think he's a little low on ERS and wants to have enough for the final straight, so he seems to be pushing here. 4/10 up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just been on time across the line to start this lap as well, and he's yeah, a little interesting ERS strategies here. He's not invalidated, no? Still going. So Kimi Rai pushing and looking to make some headway on these mediums. He only has a hard time on the board, so kind of talking about it earlier in the session that I was wondering why he was out on hards at so late. He completely chooses not to cut at the corner, and he's 1.1 up, so he's definitely gotta get some positions here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, are they gonna do some toe play here, Williams?
It looks like it, yeah. And he actually got the purple sector in sector 2 there, so fastest
Yeah,
off.
look at this.
Yeah. Oh, Vexa moved out of the way a little bit too early, I think, there, but yeah.
No, he should have stayed in the toe. I don't know why he didn't. So, but he goes P4 actually. What? Where did that come from? So I didn't expect him to go that up the field. So he's actually starting 4th. Okay. So two guys at the front of the field, Pavel and Ingenio, starting on softs, and then 4 guys on mediums, another guy on soft. So it's a bit of a mixed field. Do we know anything about the weather in the race? Is it gonna be dry?
We have no information on that.
Okay, so we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, usually Baku usually is dry, but you never know with
Oh,
Codemaster.
Pavel actually won't start on pole. Sorry, Chief. He's got
Oh, yeah, that's from that initial incident coming out of the pits. Yeah.
So he's gonna start ahead of Vexit, and Genio, Luca, and Kimi Rai are actually gonna be the top 3 of this qualifying session, or on the grid slots rather. So Pavel sets the fastest time in this qualifying, but has a 5-grid penalty from collision with Black Sheep. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. And we have information in the chat that it's a full dry race. So
thanks, Sasu, for that information. Thanks for the intel. I think it's a good sign. It's a dry race. If it's a wet one, it can be quite messy. But yeah, we're just fresh out of a Monaco wet race, and it wasn't pretty. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I don't know if you've actually talked about it on the other streams, but since the real F1 couldn't start due to this coronavirus outbreak, we're getting the season underway this way in the sim racing community. So
yeah,
at least we can race.
What about that for an idea though? You just get all the real F1 guys in a league online and do, you know what I mean? I'd watch it on. It'd be hilarious.
I saw it actually once that Kimi, like the real Kimi Räikkönen, was doing some laps in F1 2019, and he was absolutely terrible. I think.
Was he?
So. Yeah, he was really bad. So I was like, but I think he was using the controller, and he was saying that no, he can't play on a controller. So it might be. Yeah, I saw him. I think it was he was doing that in last season in Austria when they released the game. Yeah. Anyway, we'll focus on this race instead. Onto the formation lap.
Indeed. So up front we've got Ingenio. So now that the grid's been reformed, yeah. So who was it? It was Pavel. Where is Pavel's P19? Why is that?
What's that about?
On my screen, Pavel is showing P19.
Yeah, he's second to last. So I'm not sure if I know what that is about, because he definitely had a 5-grade penalty, but not
19.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Well, anyway.
Did he get disqualified? Maybe.
Yeah, must have been. Yeah.
He must have got disqualified somehow at the end, and I missed it, so it doesn't make sense otherwise that he's in P19.
Yeah. So up front, anyway, we'll just go through the order of the cars. We've got Ingenio up front with Luca as teammate. So Ferrari 1-2, Kimi Rai in the Williams P3, Mayday Force P4. Worth mentioning, Ingenio on the softs. Everyone else in the top 10 is on mediums.
Yep. And yeah, where did we end up? Vexit in P5. So he's won the first 3 races. He's still in a good position here, I think, because Baku is always a little bit unpredictable. And then going down the order stuff. So in P6, Stitch in P7. Issei, however you pronounce it, P8. Yeah.
Yeah, and just continuing to run out the top 10, you got Cognitive Psychology, Fausto in P10, P11, Y6, P12, Orlando.
Yep, and just guess we can look at the tires a little bit. So Ingenio actually is the only guy in the top. Well, yeah, almost the only guy who's starting on softs. So then there's like 10 guys behind him on mediums, Y6 on hards. And we actually do have Makender in the race as well, by the way, so he's starting P18.
Yeah, he's definitely one to watch out for. And Pavel as well. He did get pole position, so obviously he's fast boy, but he's at the back of the grid.
Chosen to start on softs though, or does he have to because he... I don't know.
That's very strange. Yeah, we'll have to find out after the race what went on there. But
yeah, so I think he must have got disqualified, but it's strange that he would start on softs, I think. Anyway, we'll focus on this race start now. Cars are lining up to the grid.
Yep, and we've got a good angle on this start, so we're just waiting on the lights going up for the Baku Grand Prix for HTAR. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go, and looks like a clean start so far as they head down to turn 1.
Ooh. Lucas sends it a little bit, but he's kept P2 so far.
Yeah, looks alright at the back so far.
Oh, and Luca almost grazes the barrier there and gives Mayday Force a good run on this second straight here.
Yeah, and there was some contact at the back, but I think there was nothing major. As we got a safety car, actually, as I said, there's nothing major. Why is there a safety car?
Why do we have a safety car?
That is very
So we have,
strange.
I see 19 drivers. So did we lose somebody midway? Because I saw 20 drivers there.
Where's McKender? He's not there. Oh, he's
McKender is in
P14, yeah.
P13, so he's
This race is very strange, man. What is
yeah.
going on?
So I'm not really sure what's happened here, but so McKender has gained 5 places somehow anyway at the start, and I'm not sure who we've lost here because there was 20 cars I saw. But is it Toto that we've?
Yes, Toto. Yeah, he didn't. I think he retired, or no, yeah, he left the session. I think during qualifying, but
Never got back. Okay, so it's but why do we have a safety car?
oh, and there's a car in Castle.
Oh,
What the
is that
keyboard?
keyboard
Is keyboard
Magnussen? He's done a Leclerc and hit the wall at the castle
under
section
under
under the safety car.
under the safety car? Yeah, and it's worth mentioning. In the stream chat, the first comment was gammon, and that was by
Yeah,
keyboard Magnussen.
he's maybe found some gammon in that corner there. So uh, this has been a very strange race so far. So I don't know why this initial safety car was from OK because keyboard Magnussen has now crashed out, but that safety car was announcement was very early. And is Ingenio gonna pit here?
He is indeed,
yes.
yeah.
Get out of the softs, yeah. He's gonna be all the way at the back now.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to work out for him, but we've also got another person pitting, Stitch and
Vexit as well.
Vexit, yeah.
Did he have? So I don't know. Did Vexit or somebody pick up damage? I don't understand why they're pitting already.
Let's have a look. From wing change. No from wing change for Vexit. There's quite a bunch of people, yeah, pitting here. There's a from wing change for Orlando, though.
Because I don't think you can do like a full race on those hards, or I might be wrong here, but it seems. Or they're maybe gambling for another safety car or something, but I'm not sure if I really understand this strategy either. Maybe they know something I don't. So we have a safety car on track. We don't really know why. So it's not. It was definitely not for keyboard Magnussen because we got it like out of turn 1. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have a look at race director here while I have the chance. So there was, yeah, I see definitely multiple contacts at the start, but nothing worthy of a safety car. Like nobody died until keyboard Magnussen hit the wall at the castle section, while the safety car was already out. So
yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. It was just as I was saying, it looked like everybody got a pretty clean getaway, and then all of a sudden, safety car. Unless it's some kind of damage has triggered it,
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I think it's also that if you have like debris on track, it can trigger. So maybe that's what happened there. It's the only thing I can really think of. So I see like 4 contacts if I look at race director, and maybe out of those contacts there was some damage on track, and yeah, I don't know, but I didn't really see any front wing changes at the pit stops either, so
I saw a few, but I think that might have came from that keyboard Magnussen incident at Cahitas, and Orlando got a front wing change.
Yeah, very strange one anyway. So safety car is still out on track, and it's gonna go for another one as well, right?
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah. Even though all the cars have caught up, yes.
I'm really struggling to understand what's going on here, but we'll keep watching. Hopefully we don't have some weird bug where the safety car just doesn't want to pit. I remember that from early when this game was launched. We had those bugs when the safety car would just hang out on track and not come in at all. But hopefully we'll soon see the sign that safety car in this lap.
Yeah, it
should be this lap because everybody is there in the queue, and somebody's actually pitted now, right? And
Orlando
he's had a front wing change
again.
Now.
He had a front wing change last lap as well. So what's going on?
Happened? So he's definitely had contact with keyboard Magnussen on lap 1, but is that already his second pit stop?
Yeah, he pitted on the first lap of the safety car. Got a front wing change.
Yeah, 2 stops. Sorry, I'm really confused here, but I think he should be able to catch up to this pack before the end of this lap.
Yeah,
And hopefully we'll see the safety car in.
it would be great if we could get to talk to Keyboard Magnussen, find out what happened there in that first lap.
Yeah.
Maybe he'd have more information. So if you're listening, maybe even if you're able to type it in the chat. As
Could have been forced off as well. We didn't really catch it, I think so.
Orlando is caught up to the bunch, so yeah, safety car should be in this lap. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a race.
Yep. So Ingenio and Vexit, one of the like some of the fast guys are actually in P13 and 15 now, so it's they have their work cut out for them, and his safety car is still gonna stay out. That's what it looks like.
Oh,
no, it's coming in this lap, so good.
Now for the safety car restart. I've seen a few of these recently, and they did not go well. So hopefully we get a good one here, because I think if you are too quick on the restart, the game actually slows you down. The safety car needs to go into the pits first, so
yeah, you can't overtake the safety car, so
yeah, that causes issues. So if you do get like the game slows you down, obviously everybody else behind you then has to slow down.
I think Luca's done it well here, so the big pile up at the back though.
Yeah, that's
and he's gone for it now.
A 5-second penalty for JFK, and he is indeed gone for it. Mayday also getting a pretty good start as well, not too far behind. Half a second is the gap. He's under pressure from Sasso.
So it's a good restart by Luca.
Yeah, Sasso is looking up the inside now. He goes around the outside, and yeah, Mayday force.
Makes it as pitting again, so I wonder if there's been some contact at the back of the field. So Bexit is definitely not in the best position to win the 4th race in a row this time around.
Oh, and contact. Sasso gets hit by Kimi Rai, span round, and big damage.
Oh, no.
Big damage for
Mercedes sideways. Oh
my word, what is he doing? He just did a donut in the middle of the track with cars passing by. Sasso, head down.
He didn't take anybody out with that. That was extremely dangerous, but somehow got away with that one.
Yeah, Sasso.
So what happened there? I didn't see it.
Yeah, I think Kimi Rai went into the back. Kimi Rai's actually nursing a bit of front wing damage from that. Yep. But yeah, just on the braking, he got caught out and went into the back of Sasso, span Sasso round.
Yeah, Kimi Rai has like orange front wing damage, I think.
Yeah, and that's going to be horrible going through the fast chicane on the final straight.
Luca is just clear off the field now. He's 1.5 seconds up already. So it's looking good for Luca.
I think Dragon as well got past Izzy, I think I saw that.
3-way battle for P3 there up the field.
Yeah, and they're running very tight here. Looks like the Renault boys are side by side. It's actually 3 wide now. Look at fastest lap. And yeah, Dragon just got mugged. Oh, and Izzy is in the pits. So he's front wing damage probably. As Kimi Rai as well is in the pits.
So it's all going off. So yes, he's got a front wing change. It's I missed that he's got damage there. So yeah,
McAnder
Luca anyway clear off the field. He's like 1.5 seconds clear, and then Y6 is already 6 seconds down from the leader. So there's a big gap up front.
Yeah, but look at that, P6 McAnder from pretty much last to P6 in a matter of 5 laps.
Yeah, and McAnder has done, and he's gonna go for it as well on cognitive psychology and gets the job done. So he's in P5. He's gone 13 positions up from the start, from P18 to P5, and looks to be pretty pacey on those hards as well.
Yeah, is Ingenio going for a run on him on the inside here? It looks like he is indeed, and he gets the better line for that corner, the inside line, and cognitive psychology.
Too wide into castle section, is it? Oh, yeah. It's cognitive. Sorry, Pavel had to get away from that one.
Oh, and cognitive psychology went off track there, almost lost it. Got a yellow flag in sector 2 as well. Not sure who that is, but Oh my word, Pavel got cleaned. Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's big
So,
damage. It's going to be a safety car. It has to be a safety
uh,
car. Virtual
there's
safety
no
car, are
such
you kidding me? Oh my
this is not a
word.
safety car, is it? What?
Oh
So
my word. Let's,
Pavel got completely squeezed. I think he shouldn't really have sent it on that corner. It's extremely dangerous to try and go in there.
yeah, he paid the price. He is out of the race. So it's just went from, just pretty much from when he left the pits. It's just been an
And
awful, awful race for him.
Mayday Force is pitting, I would guess, for hards, and he's actually gonna gain a bit of time here, I think, because it's VSC, and
Yeah,
he's gonna get a
hard.
full pit stop under the VSC.
Yeah, he should be able to
Mayday
make
Force
these last to the end, I would say. Oh, got
only
DRS
lost 2
enabled.
positions,
So
so that's a
we're back up to speed, Ice. And yeah, Mayday Force comes out in 4th, so not too bad. He would have, like you say, made up a bit of time there.
yep.
He's on the hards. These will take him to the end. So let's see how Luca is doing. He's looking pretty out front. 9.2 seconds gap, and it's only lap 6.
Yep. It's can definitely do like 9 or 10 laps on those mediums as well.
Yeah, McKender as well, pitted, and he's put on mediums.
Oh, why? That's did he have damage or something? He was on the hard, so I'm not sure if that really makes sense. Maybe because he's not gonna do 20 laps on the mediums.
Maybe he's thinking there's bound to be another safety car in this race at some point.
Yeah, that has to be the reason, because I think 20 laps on the mediums is gonna be extremely
Oh,
difficult.
cognitive psychology is out. I
Oh,
just saw the name go grey there. It looks like Castle.
yeah,
Yep,
he's
he's
crashed in the castle section. Yeah,
missing a wheel there, so another victim. So we've got 3 drivers out
yellow
already.
flag. Really?
Oh my
So
god.
why did we get like we got a safety car for absolutely nothing on lap 1, and then like 2 guys crash in the middle of the track, and then we don't get a safety car. This was supposed to. It's been working pretty well, I think, so far. Like after that safety car patch, but this is just making no sense at all.
Yeah, it looks like a car has to actually explode for there to be a safety car in this one, or else a tiny bit of front wing come off. Maybe that'll
Yeah,
trigger one.
yeah, that's what it looks like. So anyway, Luca is just charging away at the top. He's dropped YW6 WY6 or 2 seconds on this lap as well.
Yeah, he's really capitalizing on all the chaos that's happening behind him. He's playing his cards right. I'm just on board with McKender here. You can just see him reeling in. Kimi Rai on those hards. Ooh, gets a bit loose on the exit of turn 1. But yeah, I would say he's going to be past Kimi Rai pretty quick. But we know Kimi Rai's pretty quick as well. Oh, and there is a bit of lag
Oh.
happening with Kimi Rai.
Yeah, it's and did McKender open his DRS, or is it possibly broken or something? I'm not sure if he did open, or maybe I just have a spectator bug, but he definitely had DRS, but he didn't open it. Anyway, no, I see that on the stream. I'm just looking at it on the. So you saw that he did open it. So I don't know. I think I'm bugged. And Mayday Force is actually challenging Ingenio for P3 here. So he's on those fresh hards against Ingenio's 5-lap old hards, which are still not quite old, I guess. But yep, I think he's gonna get him here on the main straight for P3. And he has already pitted here as well. So Mayday Force is looking pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to run the outside. He will probably have the... Oh, he doesn't have the move done by the corner, but... Oh, and I think, yeah, Ingenio's going to have a run on him for turn 2. Is he going to back out? Yeah, he does back out of that one, which is probably a wise move. We'll have DRS open to him, and he's got overtake on as well, but I think he's too far back, is he?
Might be. I think so.
Yeah, you'd have to be brave to send it there. It's tricky left-hander. McKender almost gets past. Oh, McKenna round turn 2, round the outside of Kimi Rai, gets the move done.
DRS as well.
Yeah, he's got DRS. Kimi Rai tucked in behind him, but he's not going to catch him with McKenna and DRS.
And McKender, of course, on those fresh mediums is just gonna run away here, I think, in the middle section of the track.
And we've got
Go after the next cars.
Another close battle here. Dragon on John Fortnite.
Yep.
Dragon on these fresh hards. Oh, and every time... Fortnite touches the wall on the exit of Castle. Gets a compromise run out of the last corner there. And I think this is going to be over by the hairp. Or not the hairpin, the straight.
Yep. Oh, it's a little bit laggy there, I think. But cars are warping a little bit for me. And Stitch also looming in the background, looking for some of this action here. And this is actually a very close battle all the way down to Kimi Rai in P12. So everybody within a second of each other, pretty much.
Yeah, I think it's going to be easy for Dragon to get past John Fortnite, and I think yeah, like you say, Stitch as well. He's lurking in the background. Is he going to get past John as well? What's happening? No, what is going on?
Together.
Oh, just the slightest bit of contact there. It was a bit clumsy from who was that at the back? I was Kimi Rai, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it was Kimi. It was and do we have a VSC now? It's okay. So I think it was Issei. No, I kind of
Dragon.
forgot who it was.
Dragon. It was Dragon.
Stitch, Dragon, and John Fortnite, right?
Yeah. John Fortnite came off the best there. He's P7 now. But Dragon,
yeah, I think
P12.
the guy in the middle just got squeezed. Looked like John Fortnite came a little bit back to the right. I'm just looking at it on stream, and just nowhere to go for Stitch.
It was very strange though. I mean, like Dragon should have had that move done easy, but whenever they were approaching the corner, it seemed like they were neck and neck. It's almost as if Dragon, maybe his DRS isn't working. Maybe DRS is enabled again. Virtual safety car is off.
Yeah, I just had a look on the. Sorry, Chief. I just had a look on the battle. So it definitely looks like John Fortnite just came a little bit back to the right and then just squeezed Stitch into. Or rather, squeezed Dragon into Stitch. They came together.
Yeah, it was very clumsy, and it's John Fortnite is the survivor, and Kimi Rai and Stitch and Dragon. Yeah, they didn't fare so well there. Oh, and Dragon is getting past Stitch here. Actually, yeah, Stitch is running with a lot of front wing. I think he's actually no front wing. Oh, yeah. He just saved that and no more.
Oh, he doesn't even have a front wing, so he's definitely gonna have to pit here.
Yeah. And John Fortnite, what's happening with him? He's lost 2 positions there. To McKender and Izzy.
Yeah, he just got swamped on the main straight. I think he didn't get DRS, and both of these Renaults did. No, the other guy's a Haas. I'm sorry, I'm really confused today.
It's a wacky race, this one, but yeah, we've got 16 guys left. Luca is running away with this one. He's probably going to start thinking about pitting sometime soon, but he's got the luxury of just taking his time.
Behind Mayday Force, though. He will have to overtake Mayday Force on track, definitely.
Yeah, I wonder if Luca is just thinking, I'll maybe stay out here. There's bound to be some other incidents. This is Baku.
Yeah.
We've had about
Joel
10 incidents already.
In the chat is right that I think Luca kinda he had a chance to pit under the VSC, I think, and fortunately he was unable to capitalize on that. And Luca is gonna come into the pits, yes. So we'll see. 17 seconds to Mayday Force. Where does Luca drop here? We'll get an idea how long a pit stop actually takes here. I would have said like 20 seconds or something. So I think Luca is gonna be somewhere around Ingenio here. No, he's actually gonna be really close to Mayday Force. So it's only like 18 or 19 seconds for a pit stop. But that's very short. And nice. Luca is gonna be on those fresh hards against Mayday Force on 5-lap old hards as well. So
Y6
Luca definitely has the tire delta here.
McKender making his way past Izzy, so he's up to P7. He's just behind Y6, who's just pitted. Come out on those fresh. Oh, actually, Y6.
McKender still has to pit, so I don't know. This is I just don't see how McKender is gonna make this work. I don't know why did he pit so early from those hards.
Here's another mystery. Y6 just came out of the pits on 10 lap old hards.
He must have had only one set of hards or something.
My
so
word, what a risk.
He's has to pit for another set of hards, and he's on old hards now. It's it's not gone well for Y6.
Yeah, indeed. We've got Luca closing up rapidly on Mayday 4, so I think he's going to get him here. He's in the DRS zone. He's got his ERS on 4 and Mayday Force on medium. So I think he's kind of conceding this already. Yeah, DRS opens now, and it's going to be easy peasy for Luca to get P1 back.
Yeah, let's see what Luca can do on those fresh hards. Is he going to be able to just drive away from Mayday Force? I think it might not be so easy though. So Mayday Force is doing pretty well here as well. And so what can we actually make of this race now? Just having a look at these, so Williams isn't really having the best of races today. So Kimi Rai and Bexit, who have been really fast all season, are down in P9 and 10.
Oh, Izzy gets past McKender. I wonder what happened there. Yeah, that was on the start-finish straight, I think.
Yep.
Is McKenna going to try and get a move done? He's running pretty close to him in turn 3, but he backs out of that one. Sector 1, the yellow flag. Oh, it's a McLaren coming out of the pits. I think it's Fausto. Oh no, wasn't it coming out of the... Maybe it was coming out of the pits, but yeah, just at the pit exit.
No, I think he's just... Oh, he's really cooked his tires, I think. So he's... see, 107 degrees on this... his wheel, I mean, steering wheel.
Yeah, he must have had an issue there, turn 1.
Yep.
Look at that, Luca 1.4 up ahead of Mayday Force. It looks like Luca, I mean, anything can happen, but yeah, we've seen all the incidents take place.
Yeah, and very, like, unpredictable safety car behavior today, so it's not over yet, definitely. We still have over half distance to go. And Luca is looking very strong at this point and sets the fastest lap of the race as well, 142.1. And looks like Luca has this one in the bag if we don't have special circumstances again.
I think if we say that enough, though, we might, yeah,
yep.
He'll probably crash or something. So
it's actually nice to see Luca. I mean, he's one of those guys who tends to get into a lot of action, let's say, and he's done really well today. Race clean, and just keep it together, and we hope he can do it for the rest of the race as well.
Yeah, I think the fact that he started on pole means he didn't have to make his way through any traffic. So,
yep.
Oh, and every time I go through Baku, it's close my eyes and clench my cheeks a little bit.
I mean, Castle, yeah, okay.
Castle, yeah. It's like threading a thread for a pinhole.
Yeah, but if you want to be faster, you actually do have to like hug those walls. It's quite scary, but it's also very fulfilling when you actually get to do it. Like, my personal opinion is that it's sort of the only fulfilling part of this track, but yeah, it's a very fun section to drive.
Yeah, and we've got Safso has made his way up onto the gearbox in Genio as they head onto the start-finish straight, and he will have ERS. He's got a lot of DRS as well.
Safso will have to pit still though, so I'm kind of half expecting him to drive into the pits anytime now. 12 laps on those mediums so far. Too far back. Really good straight line speed on Ingenio.
Ingenio got a bad bad line for that first corner there, and yeah, Sapso had to look up his inside, but backs out of that one.
Is he gonna get him here though?
McKender in the pits, P9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
you're
gonna go
right.
for another set of mediums, I would expect. And Safso doesn't
Ooh.
quite get the move done, so Genio fights back well.
Yeah, he was able to carry more speed into that corner, but Sapso was not giving up on this one. They had 2 wide down to turn 5, I think it is. Turn 5, turn 6.
Oh, and there's not really space here for two cars, but they somehow do make space for each other, so that's very respectable racing here.
Yeah, and then Genio ends up defending the position and holding on to P3 for now.
Yep. And would expect those mediums on Safso's Mercedes to start running out right about now. It's 13 laps on them. If I recall correctly, I think that's about the limit of what you can actually effectively do on the mediums. Maybe a couple of laps more if these are fresh ones, but were fresh ones. So yeah, in the meanwhile, Luca has just opened up the. Oh, what's happened there? So we have a McLaren crashed out.
Yeah, I think Fausto is out of the race, but we don't have a safety car or virtual.
Yeah, he seems to be still. His car is still continuing on track, so he's just pressed the retire button, I think. Yep, there he is. Luca is coming up to him.
We've got Mayday Force, Sapso, Kahidas all in the pits. So it's Luca and Genio on P1, P2. So Ferrari 1-2 once again. That's how we started this race.
Oh, there's actually a battle into
yeah, so the
first
Y6.
corner, the Y6 and Issei.
Yeah.
Oh,
what is
so
going
much
on?
lag.
Yikes.
That looked very scary to me, like well, I think Issei was just lagging insanely much there. So.
Yeah, with a battle behind as well, Kimi Rai and Mayday Force running pretty tight together.
Mayday Force has just come out of the pits with fresh mediums, so he's they should be easy picking for him. Kimi Rai ahead on 10 lap old hards. So would expect Mayday Force to clear him out of the way quickly and then go after Issei and Y6. But like, do you think Ingenio can actually hold out those hards to the end of the race? Because Ferrari is here in a 1-2 position.
I have a sneaky feeling he could do that, yeah.
13 seconds ahead of guy in P3, so
that's a lot of laps put on the hards. It's gonna be around 27 laps, but
yeah, it's well, not quite that much. I think 25. I think 24.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
maybe
still
it's possible.
Gonna be a risk, I think.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that situation.
He's gonna get Y6 here on the main straight.
Oh, 100%. Yep, and he's got a bunch of cars. We're gonna get DRS as well behind him.
Oh,
I think Kimi Rai is gonna
Kimi Rai is approaching rapidly as well. And he's gonna pit as well, Y6. But Kimi Rai actually gets a run on Issei as well, and they go too wide into turn 1, and Kimi Rai is actually gonna... Is he gonna get up to P3? Still side by side, but I think Kimi Rai has the line for this corner, so yeah, he's up to P3. That's good stuff from him. He's gonna have to go defensive here. The other guys behind him get DRS, and Kimi Rai is gonna hold on to that position, so good job by him. McKender sets the fastest lap of the race on those fresh mediums in down in P11 though, so I have to say the strategy call from McKender today were not the best ever. And I see another McLaren crashed out in turn 15, and he's missing his entire front wing. Looks like he's still trying to go on, so he's gonna have to pit.
Yeah, it's not been a good race for the McLaren boys. Mayday Force gets past Izzy, it looks like, yeah. Izzy's had a bit of an issue because Safso as well got past him, so...
Yeah.
I think it's some...
exit out of castle section, it looked like.
Yeah, 100%.
He has damage as well, doesn't he? He has, is he missing an end plate on the left-hand side, Issei? I think so. Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
So he must have tapped the wall somewhere, maybe in the castle section. I kind of missed it, so Issei down 2 positions, and Sapso and Mayday Force ahead of him.
And
And Mayday Force is actually on these fresh mediums. He's gonna mount. Oh, and Sapso is actually gonna get a run here, isn't he? On the main straight.
Yeah, looks like it. He's going to go around the outside. Is he going to get the move done? Yeah,
Yep.
he does. He's ahead by the corner, and there's a McLaren coming out. Yeah, he's a lap down. So
these guys, if they want to challenge Kimi Rai, they have to play together here. I think Vexit also sets the fastest lap of the race down in P8. And Vexit also has pitted for fresh mediums. So Vexit was running dead last after lap 1, but he's got back up to P8, and he's going to be challenging Y6 for P7 here. But yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see. I think Vex might still have a chance for P6 or something here if he clears Y6 quickly. Definitely has better pace than these guys ahead of him, but he of course has to get through them first. But yeah, I think the interesting thing here is gonna be to see if Ingenio can really eke those tires to the end of this race, or is he? I mean, I don't know if he's gonna pit now for softs. He's gonna drop down to P5, and he has to overtake everybody ahead of him again. I don't know. This is gonna be interesting.
yeah, so
Kimi Rai.
16 lap old hard. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on Ingenio, seeing how he's doing on the exit of corners. Doesn't look too bad so far. Maybe he's aware that he has to take care of these tires, and if he is going to take them down, just nurse them to the finish line. But he's
Joel predicting in the chat that he will pit, but we'll see.
He's got a bit of a buffer, like a 12-second buffer, but you know, as you know, that can disappear quickly. There is what is it, 8-9 laps left off this race.
Yep, and I'm just having a look, like top 3 guys. Luca doesn't even have a warning. Ingenio has 1 warning. Kimi Rai has 1 warning, and then Mayday Force has nothing as well. So it's been a very clean race by the guys up front. On the penalty front, anyway. So we have another 8 laps to go in this race. Luca on the final straight, about to start lap 19 of a 26 lap race.
Yeah, and I've got a sneaky suspicion that this race has got a few surprises left in store for us. It just takes the slightest lapse in concentration, and you'll just get a bit of front wing damage. And if you don't get castle right, you could end up facing the wrong way and causing a bit of a traffic jam there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a look at Ingenio's lap time here. So what is he gonna set? 140. Across the line we go, and it's a 144.3, which is actually the best lap time of his last 5 laps. So gonna have a look at what's Kimi Rai's lap time this lap. Across the line 143. So he's about a second a lap faster, but it's not gonna be enough at this rate for Kimi Rai to catch him. He needs more than 1 second per lap. He needs 1.5 seconds per lap. So Ingenio, if he's gonna eke out these tires to the end of the race, it's gonna be 24 laps on those.
Alright, so we've got to move. It's Sapso on Mayday Force, and he was in the second DRS zone, and he made that look easy.
Yep.
But he's going to have to build up a bit of a gap here, or else he's going to come under fire on that start-finish straight.
Yeah, it's something interesting to see is also that Kimi Rai is really hanging on well in P3 and keeping these 2 guys with fresh tires at bay. Is 1.3 seconds. They're like slowly eking toward him, but it's not been the gap is not going down quickly. And he's actually dropping them a little bit there in the castle section. So Kimi Rai is doing really well on those 14 lap old hards. And I think he's gonna definitely gonna try to stick with it and hang out there to the end of the race.
Yeah, I think Ingenio, he couldn't pit now, it'd be too late. He'd be
No,
compromising himself
so
a lot.
I think he definitely has to stay out at this point. Black Sheep picks up 3 seconds, but he's running in P10 actually, so something that you achieved earlier today. In a wet Monaco, that's Monaco. Good stuff.
Yeah.
First points for Alfa Romeo in quite a few races, I think. Yeah, anyway, a little bit of SLR advertisement.
What do we got? McKender. Oh, is that Black? Who's that? Black Sheep and Izzy. Izzy is looking to go down the inside. He's got DRS open, and yeah, it's
done.
one and done for Izzy, but up to P10. So stealing that coveted position from Black Sheep. McKenna as well, all over the back of Y6 here. So is he going to go for a move here into turn 3? No, he doesn't go for it. He was thinking about it. Yeah, it's only a matter of time, I think. McKenna's shown some great pace here in the final laps of the race. Could get himself up to P8, potentially P7, maybe. Oh, Vex is going to be a bit of a bit of a puzzle to catch up with him.
Yeah. So Vexit is close to P6, but I think that's the we have yellow flag somewhere in sector 2. That's a McLaren who's lost yet another front wing in the castle section. So it's been a costly race for the McLaren team today.
It's that curb, this one coming up for Y6. What do you call turn? You say 15?
Turn 15, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's infected with the coronavirus, and if you get it, just gradually your wrist just gets worse and worse.
Yeah, it's so McKender kind of got a crappy exit out of that final corner, the main straight, and he might still be close enough to get a move here on Y6.
Oh, Vexit. There has been a pass there. Kehitis is passed by Vexit, and up front, Safso and Kimirai. Safso has got
up to
passing.
P2. And they're still closing on Ingenio, but it's still not quite enough this pace that they're catching him. Well, Safso's last lap time was definitely really good, but I don't know, they might catch him right at the end of the race, and we have the yellow flag in sector 1. What's that for? Is that a Williams going very slow? No, I don't think so. Oh, Kimi Rai, he's had an issue, right? Because he's dropped to 5.6 seconds away. So yeah, I think I saw that right. So Kimi Rai, I'm not sure what's happened. He's hit the wall somewhere because he's missing an end plate on the right-hand side of his car. And Kimi Rai, what is he gonna do here? Is he gonna try and hang it out? I think so. I think that makes sense. If he's gonna pit, he's gonna drop down all the way down to P10, I think, or 11 even.
Yeah, damage isn't significant enough to warrant a pit stop right now at this late stage of the race, but
So that opens up one more position for Vexit to grab here, I think.
Yeah.
And their teammates as well. So I think Kimi Rai is not gonna put up too much of a fight for his teammate. Sapso still closing in on the Ingenio. Let's have a look at that lap time. Sapso set up 1:43 flat, and then Ingenio 1:44.2. So it's gonna be right on the cusp if they catch him toward the end of the race. But at this rate, it's still not quite enough. The gap should be about 2 seconds at the end of the last lap, or 1.5 or something like that. It's gonna be really close. But Luca is just dominating this race. Look at the gap up front, 21 seconds.
Wow.
So Luca, 4 laps to go, and he's
he just has to bring it home.
The king of Baku today.
Yeah, he's got enough of a gap that he doesn't have to push too hard here and risk from wing damage or an incident.
Yeah. And I think the Ferrari boys who started 1-2, Ingenio on pole, I think. He's dropped 1 position and Lucas gained 1, so it's been a good race for the Ferrari so far. But let's see what if Ingenio can hang on to this 2nd place, because Sapso is really charging on those 13 lap younger tires than Ingenio.
McKender as well.
6.3.
Sorry, I said P8. McKender has closed up massively in Cajetas. 1.5 is the gap. It's only a matter of time, I think, before he gets him.
Yeah, I still have to wonder. I would like to hear from McKender what was this strategy call, that he was on the hards at the start and then he pitted very early for mediums, which I don't know. Maybe he was hoping for a safety car or something.
Yeah, too far back to do anything this lap, but the gap is 1.4, so if we can just close that up a little bit and get that within that DRS range. Also, yeah, Brexit is 2.7 of his teammate. We're closing in as well, so we'll keep an eye on that battle.
Yeah, I think Brexit is gonna get P5 here at the end of the race. He's got about 2.5 seconds on this last lap up to Kimi Rai, and Kimi Rai is driving with wing damage, which is gonna really hurt him on this middle section of the track. And Brexit can already see him in the distance. 2.3 seconds is the gap now. So only 5 seconds anymore to Ingenio, so it's gonna be grueling last few laps for Ingenio here. And neither of them have any penalties. I think Safso still might have a chance here for P2. He's really gonna have to put the hammer down though.
Yeah, I can see him up ahead, yeah.
Ingenio going for the final corner there.
Yeah, that's gonna spur Safso on, just being able to see him up ahead. 4.6 is the gap.
So Ingenio on the last lap, he still set his personal best lap time of the race on those old hards.
Yeah, and Gino as well is using up all of his ERS each lap, whereas Sasso is stored up 70%. So if you want to use your ERS, now's the time to use it. Yeah,
that's right. And Sapso's gained 1.7 seconds on that lap on Ingenio. And what do we have? 3 laps to go, 1.7 seconds. So he's gonna be right on him on the final lap of the race. And if he can get that DRS run on the final lap on the main straight, he might just have a chance for P2 here still. But he still has to catch him, of course.
Yeah.
3.9. And the gap is just coming down 3.8, so you can just see Ingenio really struggling on those old hards.
Yeah, this is going to get worse, isn't it? As Black Sheep sets the fastest lap on 2 lap old softs. P12.
Yep. Hit it for those softs at the end of the race, and yeah, as we predicted a lap or 2 ago, Vexit actually goes for P5, so Kimi Rai lets him go. And these guys playing the team game there, because Vexit, of course, on much fresher tires, and Kimi Rai carrying that wing damage, so Vexit up to P5, and it's been a good recovery drive from Vexit as well.
Yeah, but Safso, man, I think he's watching this broadcast. Use up this ERS. You've got so much ERS here, man. You need to use it to catch up here. I know he's probably thinking, you know, he wants to store it up for the pass, but if he doesn't catch up with him, there's not going to be any pass.
He's gonna look Ingenio across the line, 143.8. He's only a 10th of his personal best on that lap, and 142.3, so 1.5 seconds faster again for Safso this lap. And they're on the penultimate lap of the race, and the gap is 2.7 seconds. So it's gonna be extremely close. Yeah. Safso can't afford for the single mistake here if he wants a piece of that P2.
McKender up to P7, past Cajetas.
Yep. Yeah, so McKender, after some, I would say, questionable strategy choices today, up to P7 as well. But I think that's the end of his charge today. Kimi Rai is 5.5 seconds up the road. Even though he's carrying wing damage, it's not going to be enough, I think.
Yeah, Safso here is deploying his ERS, so He is, and he's
seconds.
caught up massively here in Sector 2.
Yeah.
He's 1.8 off, 1.6 at that time. It's just falling, and it's... You can just literally see Ingenio falling back into his clutches, but it's one lap after this one. This is the last... Yeah, well, one of the last chances he's
Would be
going to
really
get.
crucial for Safso to get DRS here on the main straight, but I think he's just too far back to get it here. 1.2.
Yeah, where's the detection line?
It's right there on the final corner, I think. So he's too far back, I think. Or is it here actually? I'm not sure. I have to say.
Yeah, he's not in range
too
though.
far back.
1.1. Yeah, I think that line just before the bridge there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So it's right out of the final fast chicane. But yeah, Safso, yeah, it's it's just gonna be grueling to see what Junior can do. He's made those hards last for 24 laps so far. On the final lap of the race, Safso is in DRS range, DRS open, and he will be able to close that gap in the middle section with those much fresher tires.
Yeah, Ingenio as well doesn't have much ERS left. It's 16%, or Safso's like 52% here as they head into the Sector 2, and he's right on the back of him now.
Yeah, he just needs to be patient now. That's the game here. They're clear of the guys behind him. Mayday Force is 3 seconds down the road. There's a yellow flag for something somewhere.
Yeah, Force India and Castle, but it's cleared now, so it is. Just ahead of these guys.
Yeah, John Fortnite is driving without a front wing, but we'll focus on this battle for P2.
Ingenio's managed to store up 31% ERS, but he's using look how much he just used there just in that brief moment of overtake.
Are we just gonna see some kind of shenanigans here on the detection point?
Yeah, I've experienced that before. Don't fall for it, Sasso.
Up to overtake, so
Ingenio.
Yeah,
Luca wins the race. We should point that out. But yeah, this battle
is Ingenio gonna get DRS from that Force India there? I think not quite.
He's gonna run out of ERS, so is the thing as well. Oh, and a bit of lag there as well. It puts him back a bit, but I think it's...
So DRS open, and he's gonna get P2 here, so...
he gives the victory weave.
So he did get it in the end, and that was...
right at the line. What a finish.
Not quite a 1-2 for Ferrari, but still well done for Ingenio. 25 laps on those hards. He put them on at the end of lap 1, did he? Unbelievable. 25 laps.
Wow.
What on earth? I would be interested to see a screenshot of his tires at the end of that lap, but I think they must not have been in the best of shapes. But he was still setting personal bests on the penultimate lap of the race or something. So
yeah, he was definitely pushing hard, but just wasn't able to do it. He was compromised massively by those hard tires.
And we've kind of, well, not forgotten about him, but Luca has had I don't know, just a dominating race today. He's just won the race by 25 seconds to the next car. So, yeah, it's didn't really get a lot of screen time, but he was basically just driving alone the entire race, and it's just been a brilliant performance from Luca today, which I'm quite happy to see because he's had his fair share of incidents and stuff, and today he just made it work.
Yeah, he looked like he was in the league of his own, and we were saying before the broadcast, Vegs was the heavy favourite to win this one after winning the first 3 races of the season. But yeah, Luca's showing that he's able to win races. So hopefully,
look at this. There's only 1 penalty in the entire race. So Black Sheep in P12 had a 3-second penalty, and that's it.
No way.
It's crazy. Did we have the corner cutting on strict?
I'm not sure. I think it is supposed to be anyway.
Yeah. See, I've got a message from Keyboard Magnuson at the what happened? So somebody pushed him into the wall in turn 2 when he broke his wing, and maybe I don't know. Maybe that's where we got the weird safety car in lap 1.
Yeah.
and then he didn't have a front wing, and then he just smashed the wall in the castle section, and yeah, that's he's just written that you couldn't script this race even if you wanted. So. Yeah. Anyway, Luca, Safso, and Gino are top 3 today. Double podium for Ferrari. And I'm sure they're going to be happy with that. I mean, it's of course a sort of a gutting result for Ingenio, who really tried to make it work with those old tires and hang on to that P2 and just got overtaken on the on the finish line basically. So yeah.
I'll point out as well, Cajeda's P20 to P8, not a bad finish for him.
Yeah. So do we have a candidate for the driver of the day here?
I have one in mind, but I want to hear your thoughts first.
Well, I mean, it's kind of boring choice, I think, because it's the race winner. But I would give it to Luca today because he did absolutely no mistakes, stayed out of the incidents, and I don't know, just executed his tactic, and he has superior pace as well today. So I don't know. I would give it to Luca. It's sort of a boring choice, I know, but that's what I would give my vote to.
Okay, well, we've got permission from the man himself then to get an interview with him. Let's have a look. It's a bit of a special treat because he's not one really to. Yeah, I'm trying. I've actually lost.
Luca and Luke.
Do you can you bring him in there? Because I've lost
Luca?
Yeah, Luca. Yeah.
Yep, he's in.
Hey, Luca, how are you?
Hello.
Hey, Luca, man. We're just after 10. You got driver of the day. You got the win.
Amazing.
Yeah, well, just talk us through your race. How did you find it? It was a bit of a crazy one with all those incidents. I mean, what was your take on it? Like the first safety car with no idea what caused that?
Yeah, nobody really crashed out, and we got a safety car, so that was strange. But I mean, you stayed out of trouble and stuff, so just I'll let you talk about your race a little.
I don't know what to say even.
Speechless.
Yeah,
you just seemed to do the right thing. You just kind of were out front, and it kind of looked easy from our point of view. Like you made it look easy, so.
well, it was easy for my driving, but I was more concentrated on Genie's tires and on my own race, the last 10 laps. I wanted him to get that podium because Ferrari didn't have any luck in this last 3 races. So.
Do you know what his percentage was at the end there on his tires?
I think it was 82.
Wow. Okay. So exploding territory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he did well to hang on to P3 there. He just couldn't hold off Sasso's charge at the end.
No, it's still good.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, especially those kind of races where it's so chaotic and there's a lot of different things going on. But like I say, you kind of made it look easy. You just went out front, built up a gap, and just kind of maintained that. And I think at the end there, you finished like 20. Was it
25?
25 seconds ahead. So you pretty much had a pit stop in hand there.
Yeah, I was thinking about making a pit stop, but then Genie told me, don't risk it. You will, lose a wing if you push too hard on your tires. So I just stayed out and kept it out of the wall.
Yeah, I think that was the right call.
Yeah.
Is this your first HTAR win?
No, I had a win in season 1.
Right, okay. Well, it's your first one this season, so hopefully we'll see many more because we've had the Vegs dominance in the first 3 races. So it's kind of refreshing to see a different name up there.
Yeah. I hope so that we can fight Williams since they had a pretty good 3 races. So yeah. I will bring you more fun.
Yeah, you're definitely close the gap today with
yeah.
That.
And also they didn't have much luck, I think, as well. So.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened to Vexit, but he was basically last at the end of lap 1. And
then, I think he lost the wing on the safety car reset because I did it so slow. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted it safe.
It was an interesting restart. I've had a few recently restarts, and they've been a bit clumsy, but you kind of you just backed up the field. On stream, you should watch that one back because there was a bunch of guys behind you. It looked like a herd of herd of
Yeah,
cows ready to be unleashed from the gate
yeah.
into the field.
I took inspiration from Julian because I watched him do that ERS when I was racing. So something good I can take from someone that's better, obviously.
Yeah, well, here, man, you've had a great race. Any final thoughts for the stream that you want to add?
I hope it was a good one at the back and in the midfield, not just at the front. That it was so boring because of me like leading the whole way.
Yeah, I just kind of called it. He said we didn't really give you much screen time because obviously you're just out in front, so there's not much action to call there. But yeah, throughout the midfield, a lot of different strategies playing out, a lot of overtakes. Well, once it got underway, I think the race was mostly clean. I think the
Yeah,
McLaren guys had a few issues there at the back, but yeah, once it got underway, it was grand. But at the start, it looked like there was going to be a safety car every other lap, a VSC or safety car, but in the end, only one safety car, and I think it was like 2 or 3 virtual safety cars.
Yeah, and I think those two incidents that gave out a virtual safety car would have been really more safety car worthy than the first lap incident. So it's I still
yeah.
don't really know what the first lap safety car was for.
I think like the safety car comes out when there is a big pop. They stay on the track like 6 seconds or more. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're like
I
I
don't know.
didn't see anybody like even crash out on lap one, so that was really strange.
Mm,
Bugmasters, what I can
Yeah.
say.
yeah.
By the way, I think Ingenia wants an interview, so
Okay, yeah, I'll bring him in. Actually, if you want to wait here with us,
sure.
is he the guy with the weird name?
Russian words, yeah, that's
I
him.
can never tell. All right, let's move him in here. So, Ingenio, sorry, just yoinked you in there. Sorry, I just want to get a word with you because we've got your teammate here, Luca, who won the race. You got P3, so you've got a podium finish. Went right to the wire with Safso, and it was great for us to watch. But I mean, just tell us about the pressure in the last few laps there as you saw Safso just closing up on you.
I was like less focused about, less worried about him really than my rear tires really, because I was entering puncture territory like on lap 20. So I basically had to conserve. I had to conserve all race to get the tires to the end.
So,
I was like,
what percentage were your tires at the end at?
84.
Okay, yeah. So it's but I think I mean I was saying during the race in the commentary, I was looking at your lap times. You were still setting personal bests like 2 or 3 laps from the finish, which I thought was very impressive. But yeah.
I don't really have a clue how, because I started even like avoiding curbs and just going
Yeah.
in low mixes. It's probably down to lower fuel than at the start.
Yeah, of course, but still like it I don't know. Maybe if you had like 1 or 2 scruffy laps there in the middle, you might have been able to keep Safso behind, but yeah, just sort of a heartbreaking moment for us to see that he overtook you on the line. Of course, good for him, not so good for you. But you got those laps. When did you put those tires on? Like
Lap
at the end
one.
of lap 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 laps. Well, I would never have made that work myself.
I was helped by the 2 virtual safety cars in
Okay, yeah.
the start, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, 25 laps on those tires, it's great tire management, I would say.
I'd probably not do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you kind of roll with the punches. You saw that safety car, you had up front wing damage and went for the hards. You're probably praying for another safety car, maybe, were you?
Yeah, but like towards the end, that really was like that
Yeah.
would have like allowed me maybe to go on softs or something.
Hey, well,
But
P1,
I think,
P3,
like,
a lot of points for Ferrari today.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have P3 than have my tire by pushing at the end. I'd rather
Yeah,
get
of course.
overtaken like that over the line than.
Yeah. So okay, so you're not too sad about losing that P2. It's good to hear as well.
In the end, it's just 3 points. So, right, I think it's far more important.
Yeah, for a long time, like the last 10 laps, it was looking like they just don't have quite enough pace to catch you. But then Safso just dug out that pace at the end of the race and managed to do it. So yeah. close, but still P1 and 3 for you, so good stuff.
Yeah, and you know that last the final corner before the start finish straight, we were thinking that maybe you were going to play a bit of a game there because technically you could slow down and then get the DRS for the straight. But no, you decided to stay ahead and just kind of settle for P3. But I've had that happen in a race before to myself, where the guy ahead slows down so he gets the DRS and then he's able to get the move back then for the start finish rate. But yeah, P3, man, I'm very impressed, especially on the 25 lap old tires, or I think it was 25, 26 or whatever.
Yep, 25.
Yeah.
Can
So
I actually jump in that?
yeah, sure.
I
I would love to.
He cut off instantly, so we can't hear you, Luca, if you're trying to speak.
Potato PC is at it again.
Oh, here he goes. Right, well, yeah, Luca, go ahead. Sorry, you kind of dropped there.
Oh, okay. When did I drop?
At the very start.
Like instantly.
Oh, nice. So I was saying him like at the esports corner to slow down, let Seth sit through so he can get DRS and retake. And then he said like, no, I don't want to risk it. And then think like, it's okay. P3 and P1, not okay, amazing.
I just didn't really have faith in my to get a good race.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a bit of a risky one, isn't it? Yeah.
Also, like, I was praying that the racing points stay ahead of me just enough to give me DRS. But
yeah, it was so close as well, but not quite. I actually picked that up on the final lap that I figured that are you actually gonna get DRS there, but then not quite.
Yeah.
So I have one more question for you guys actually. So we have Barcelona next. Are you guys looking for that one? Are you gonna mount the challenge again for the Williams team?
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, it is one of Vex's best tracks on the game. He always likes to point out. So don't know if our chances are that high, but I think like you've seen in other races as well. For example.
Yeah, Vex has good qualifying,
Australia.
but
If we can challenge actually, if we play with strategy as well, which is definitely something I'm gonna do again for Spain.
Yeah, exactly.
No one thinks it will work, but
oh yeah.
Yeah, but I think we will have to see how it goes. But I think we can actually challenge the Williams again.
There is two options. Either we will end up in the be on the so yeah.
Well, we hope you guys can mount the challenge because at the moment, if you look at the standings, Williams is a little bit running away with it. So it's good to see that you guys closed the gap today, and we hope to see that in the future races as well. It's good for the commentators as well to see close racing and more fun for us.
Yeah, so thanks very much, guys, for joining us on stream. I think we're going to get the other podium finisher in here, so we will speak to you hopefully in the coming races. So we'll let you go, and thanks again for joining us on stream.
Yeah, thanks for commentating as well.
Yeah, thanks.
No worries, lads. Okie dokie. So I think we're gonna bring in Safso because he gave us. Yeah, Safso, how are you, sir? You're joining us on stream. It's myself and Icewind. You give us a epic finish to that race. We saw you closing in on that P2 position, storing up your ERS, and I'm just wondering, are you actually there? Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I thought I'd just check before I go into this massive spiel, and then you're not there. But yeah, I'll let you do the talking. Just how was the final few laps for you there?
I had very intense. I was pushing every lap. Obviously, trying not to push too hard. I didn't want any sort of castle shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I wasn't actually even keeping an eye on my timer. So okay. I went really deep into that medium stint. I believe I actually went longer on the mediums and the hards, so I knew they could get to the end. I didn't have to worry about that. Just push, but also obviously keep the ERS, make sure I can use the maximum on the straights. And it was literally just don't focus about if anyone comes behind. focus on trying to catch up to the car ahead, and that's what happened. But I do have to commend him as well for doing that long on the hards. It's incredible that he even got a podium still.
Yeah, I think his tires were like 80% or something.
Like the last 10 laps, it looked like you guys didn't have quite enough pace to catch him, but then you just dug out some pace on the final 5 laps and managed to close it just enough to get him on the final lap of the race. So yeah, it was fun to watch that gap.
Just tell us what the rest of your race. So I mean, we're just into Ingenio and Luca. Like the first I'd say the first 10 laps, it was very chaotic. A lot of strange stuff happening on track. The first safety car, we've no idea what caused that. Yeah, there was a few different incidents happening, and it was just a bit like Pavel qualified in pole, got a 5 grid penalty. Should have started P6, but actually started P19 for some reason. Yeah, so it was a bit chaotic from our point of view. Like, how was it for you in the race?
Yeah, it was. I was just trying to avoid all the chaos. I actually got a very good first sector. I think I went past both Williams. So that was a really good first lap, and obviously the safety car, I didn't see what happened with that. And then I was really confused as to why I was starting P6. I was like, hey, where's Pavel? I looked on the minimap, and Alpha in 19th. Hang on, something isn't right here. Yeah, and then after the safety car, I get absolutely ram-ranched by Kimi Rai. So that was fun. Obviously, it was nice to get revenge on Overton. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that incident now that you reminded me there. So he hit you from behind, span you round. He got the front wing damage though, so you didn't get any damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a bit of an interest. Obviously, where you went off, you're facing the wrong direction, and then I just caught you as you did a donut. I was like, oh no, carnage! But I think you ghosted, so thankfully no incident. And yeah. I mean, it was kind of like I imagine if I was in that race, I would just be praying for it to settle down because I hate it when there's all this craziness happening. I just want to get on with my race and everyone else just leave me alone.
Yeah, it would have been nice if it was all nice and calm, but it's Baku. You're never gonna have a calm race there, are you?
Yeah, this is true. No. Yeah, true.
I completely forgot that you actually made that spin as well, or did you get? I don't remember contact with somebody or whatever happened there. So I don't know. You would definitely be an honorable mention for driver of the day. I kind of gave it away to Luca already, but but yeah, like getting back after that spin and all of those shenanigans. Yeah.
I can't remember if I was actually down to dead last or not. I know I definitely went way down, but I don't know if I actually went down to.
Pretty far down anyway, but I think because there was not a safety car at that point, you probably weren't last because the McLarens were like a lap down or.
Yeah, I'm just checking back. Yeah, I went down to 14th and then climbed back up to second. So, but not too bad a recovery. And that's actually the second night in a row that I've made an overtake for a position in the last section of a race. So, I think I could trademark that at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Never give up.
Yeah. Because when I was down in 14, I was like, oh, do I just come in for hards and then just have a chill race or not? I was like, no, let's keep it, let's see how it goes. And then I think I was actually, because Ingenio pitted quite early for his hards, I think, on the first safety car, didn't he?
Yeah, he pitted on lap 1.
Yeah. And I was actually catching him on my old mediums. I was like, how am I catching him? All right. So I was seeing, how much I could catch up to him. And then once I realised I didn't really have the tyre life to get past him, I was like, okay, this is the point where I pit, see who I come out behind and stuff. And lo and behold, I come out behind. So I think it was Mayday Force, Kimi, and who else was in that battle? I think it was in the battle for P3, Red Bull and a Renault, I think, was also there.
Yeah, kind of forgotten. I don't know the names that well in this series.
Y6 and...
Yeah, Y6 was there as well. Yeah, that's right. So,
and then I believe a crash happened right in front of Mayday Force, which brought me right to them. So that definitely helped. And then the rest of the race was literally just go as quick as possible without pushing too hard, pretty much.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, it's good to have you on stream again, and thanks for giving us that epic finish to the race. I always enjoy that, because usually, sometimes you get, like, Luca was just out ahead in a race of his own, so that kind of battle for P2 kind of was, it felt like the race lead that was being contended there.
It would have been nice.
Yeah, a few more laps, yeah, and you would have been
Yeah,
good.
maybe.
Well, it was like a 28-second gap, so maybe.
Yeah, well, so maybe not, but
Yeah, yeah, we'll get him next time. We got Spain up next. I think Vegza is probably favored to win that one, but you never know. Get the head down and we'll see what happens.
yeah.
But good job on the P2 position. That's a good bunch of points for you today, man, and hopefully speak to you again soon.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll catch you later. And who else we got then? We've got, I think, is Luke? I think Luke is Vegza, isn't he? I think so, yeah. So I'm gonna bring the Williams boys in. Hello, Luke and Kimmy Rai. Kimmy Rai, yeah.
Just saying, but Kimmy Rai's mic and connection is all over the place, so it's probably we're trying to fix his headset and mic right now, so
All right,
I
no
don't
worries.
think he'd be able to.
That's okay. You can speak on his behalf then. It's
Okay.
Vegza. I'm talking to Vegza, aren't I? Luke, you're Vegza. Confirm.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Sorry, I just get confused all the
Sorry.
name changes.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's an old man. I'm easily confused. So yeah, that race, Vegza, you had a bit of a interesting one, I would say. Do you want to just give us your take on it?
Okay, so first lap, random safety car. When the safety car came in, I think lap 4 or something, there was complete carnage, and drove to the end of the race. No. So after the carnage, obviously had to pit. Then I believe what happened next was a long stint on hards until lap 40 or something. And then I decided to risk it on mediums to try and regain the time that I lost from pitting and potentially get fastest lap as well. Also, thank you to Kimi Rai as well for letting me through when I was in, I think, when we were P5 and 6 in the last few laps. Appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. Yeah, then it was just the end of the race. And that's it.
Yeah, I saw Kimi Rai was nursing a bit of front wing damage at that point of the race, so it probably did him. It probably made sense then, for you to go ahead and maybe he could use some of that DRS then, being behind you. But didn't go your way this race. You've had 3 wins this out of 4 this season so far, and from what I hear, you're pretty handy at the next track, Spain. So do you fancy your chances there?
Yeah. Not I've not got any particular worries at that track. I know it's one of Luca's less favourite ones, so hopefully I can capitalise on that. And the thing I'm more concerned about is what's after the Spain race. So yeah, I'm very, very scared for the next race, but Spain will be alright.
What's after Spain? Is it Monaco or?
Yeah, Monaco.
Oh yeah, we just had that today in SLR. It was wet,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Oh, that's sad.
it'll be
Poor
an
guys.
interesting one to call. Yeah, it was yeah, it was an interesting race. Monaco is tough enough in the dry conditions, but in the wet, it's just a totally different beast.
Yeah.
So
I
I
think
would, yeah, go
I
ahead.
think I think for last season of HTAR season 1 we actually had rain in qualifying, I believe, and then the race was dry, so that was interesting. But unfortunately, it went. I think I somehow have this good of a memory. Uh, it went to dry right at the end, and a couple of guys went on slick. So I think I started like 9th or something.
Ah, right,
But
yeah.
out of complete miracles and luck, somehow still won. So even though I think at one point I was on hards and with red wing damage, so that's
Wow.
nice.
Yeah, it's Monaco. It's a bit. It usually throws up crazy races, and
Yeah.
kind of looking forward to that one from a commentator point of view. But yeah, I don't envy you as a driver.
Yeah. I
um,
wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple fewer drivers for that particular race. Wouldn't be surprised.
yeah, only the bravest take on Monaco. It seems we had that in SLR as well. There's only like 15 on the grid, so there's a few chickens that weren't up to the task. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's, I mean, even just finishing, for me, finishing Monaco is like an achievement. You should get that unlocked in the game.
Yeah.
Survived Monaco and
Yeah.
You've survived like 2 wet races in Monaco, haven't you, Chief? So
yeah, last season in SLR it was a dry one. I died pretty quickly, and then the next day I had 2 SRL, full wet race, like heavy rain, and I survived it somehow. I don't think I got points, but it was just, you could hardly see where you were going, and the car just felt like a boat. But
yeah.
yeah, just glad that's over. Sometimes like in the middle of the night I'll just wake up and just remember that race and be like, just cold sweat, screaming. Ah. But anyway, but enough about me. Yeah, so we will look forward to seeing you and your teammate in Spain. And I think you guys at the top of the constructors at the minute?
Well,
Pretty clearly, I think.
considering the results we've had, so be
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah, we'll have a look at
Yeah,
those
they're
for the
gonna
next
be
race.
like, I think 70%, 70 or 60 points in the clear.
Okay,
I think
well,
I think after this, if my maths is correct, after this race, I'll have around 85. Kimmy Wright on around 44. So
Gonna be at 130 points or something like that, I think.
yeah, 129. So I don't think that's to be honest really that touchable right now. So
Yeah, the Ferrari is gonna get some points today, but
yeah,
yeah.
they're gonna gain massively, especially considering the 1-3. Yeah, 1-3.
Yep. Yep.
I saw that Safso got Ingenia on the line, so
Yeah.
that was
Ingenio on those 25 lap old hards.
yeah. I mean, I've got to rate him for his brilliant tire wear. If I tried to do that, I probably would have punctured on lap 16 or something. I mean, I'd already had a lot of incidents up until that point, so I wouldn't be able to compare it, but that's still a massive feat, especially at the king goblet of rear tires.
yeah,
Yep.
100%.
Mm.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap up the stream there, I think. So we're gonna send you back to your Williams voice chat channel. Thanks for joining us on chat, and hopefully get to speak to Kimmy Ryan next time if he
Yeah.
sorts his mic out. So yeah, thanks again for joining us on stream. Appreciate it.
Yep, no problem.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Well, before we go, actually, there is one other guy here. I don't know if he wants to speak to us, but I'm gonna yoink him anyway, just for a laugh. We've got Stitch in with us here. Stitch, are you there?
Hello, yeah, I'm here.
Hey Stitch, man, how's it going? I'll be
Hi,
honest, I
yeah.
can't remember your race at all. There was so much happening in that race, it's all a bit of a blurry. So can you just give us, like, can you remind us what happened from your point of view in that race?
Yeah, lap one I started on P7, I think. And then the first 2 corners were great. I went past Fexit after the first 2 corners.
Yeah.
But after the safety car, like right before the restart, I just punted into someone. So I damaged my front wing. So I had to get in for repairs. And from there on, it was just trying to like recover it. And then I went I went after a Renault and a Racing Point, and we went 3 wide. And then I tried to do Ricciardo, but I got squeezed into the wall. So there was pretty much the race over for me. From there on, I was just like trying to finish the race.
Yeah, was that Dragon and who else was it? Was that on the start finish right just past the start finish line?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, we did catch that on stream actually. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It was a bit of a crazy one. It looked a wee bit clumsy. Um, so yeah, like P11. I mean, You finished the race. I mean, there's that's the positive. It
Yeah,
it was a crazy race, to be fair. I mean, especially the opening laps. We had no idea what the hell was going on. Why was there a safety car for a start? And then Kieber Magnussen obviously had an issue with front wing. Well, he had no front wing was the issue, and Castle, he just yeah, he caused a bit of a pile up there under safety car conditions. Did you see any of that happen?
I think I did because with the restart I went to the left to let the guys through so I could go pit. But then somebody, I don't know what happened, but somebody just like went to the back of me, and from there on I think there was a power up, but I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I'm just checking the results, and it looks like pretty good pace today. 42.1 was your fastest lap. But yeah, you had 3 pit stops in total, so yeah, very compromised. Unfortunate you didn't get into the points today, but yeah, you had strong showing. I mean, there's a lot of positives to take away from that one, and hopefully we'll move on to Spain next. So, how are you feeling about that one?
Yeah, I'm feeling good about Spain. Uh, I know I have the pace to fight on the front, but till now it hasn't really worked off right. Worked off yet. Like last race in China, I actually went P3. So I tried to carry the momentum, but unfortunately I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, you kind of want to, you finish well the last one, you want to bring that kind of good energy into the next one, and then within a lap or two, you're just like, okay, this isn't going to go my way today. Like Pavel,
Yeah.
he qualified on pole. He had a 5 grid penalty for some kind of contact he had coming out of the pits in
Ooh.
qualifying. And then whenever the race loaded up, he was in P19 for some reason, and no one knows why. And I think Cajedas as well, he was P6, I think, and he, for some reason, got put back to P20 whenever the start grid formed up. So
Yeah.
bit of a strange race, bit of a cursed one. So yeah, we'll put this one behind us, and then we'll move on to the next one, and hopefully we'll see you on the top step soon, Stitch. Because like I say, you've definitely got pace. You've got the potential to get some good results this season, I think.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Thank you for the for the
Yeah,
positive notes.
not a worry, man. I think we're gonna wrap up the stream there. So we will catch you next week, hopefully, Stitch. And yeah, I think we're going to Spain next week. So the real
Yep.
F1 is off. So I mean, if you ever want a bit of F1 action, I mean, this is the place to go to. HTAR. There's always something happening. There's always great races being produced from this league. And I think just to round out the stream, I want to talk a wee bit about Joel's event that's happening. It's this Saturday coming, so in a week's time. I believe it's around about 2000 CET roughly, and it's basically in aid of the Cystic Fibrosis Trust, as they work towards treatment and cure towards the disease of cystic fibrosis. So we all know Joel is someone who suffers from that particular disease, and yeah, we've got a very good support so far from the community. Saturday, the event's going to take place. There's got a lot of big names there. You got Limitless and a bunch of other guys I've never heard of, but because I'm so out of touch. But apparently
Yeah.
they're big. They're. I can tell you this. They're very fast. They're like esports level guys, and they're going to be racing against guys from leagues that like HTAR, SLR. There's going to be a lot of big names in there, so I'm very much looking forward to that one. I'm in I think I'm Group C or Group B. I'm going to be racing there myself, so watch out for me on
You're driving
track.
as well. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually I don't fancy my chances too much, but I think the track they've got selected for our group isn't too bad. From me, I think it might be Suzuka or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a
So
decent
I
track.
expect you to overtake Limitless at least.
P10, yeah, a P10. If I can get P10, it'll be
Yeah,
a
I mean, if he's gonna be in P10 and you're 11, it's
yeah, it's
I
game
mean,
over.
his car is just gonna blow up or something.
Of
So
course, just disconnect. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so well, yeah, that's on Saturday, and very much looking forward to that. It's going to be quite a long event, a bunch of races, and I think there's going to be like a a grand finale as well once all the group races take place. We're going to have a whole assortment of different commentators. So the whole thing's, very much a community-driven event. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. All the different personalities and all the different drivers on track just to see who comes out top. I mean, how well can these league racers do against these big names like TRL Limitless? We're about to find out on Saturday, so definitely tune in and of course support the cause of Cystic Fibrosis Trust. So if you're interested, you join the Cystic Fibrosis Discord group we have up. If you don't know where that is, just ask in any of the league Discords and they will hook you up. I think we're aiming to get about $1,000 raised for this charity, and we've already surpassed like the halfway point, so we're well on track for that. And I think that's about it from myself and Ice. Wendy, unless you have any further comments you want to make?
No, I think it's been a long stream, so yep, it's happy to wrap it up for now.
Yeah, Monaco, then a race stream.
Yeah, it's been a long evening, so yeah, we'll get back in Spain on this. Or are they gonna race it next week? Actually, no. If it's the event, right?
Yeah, that's interesting. It might be actually 2 weeks then, so we'll get that confirmed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it might be 2 weeks until we get back with HTAR. Jules PMing me saying stream done, so I think that's a hint for us to wrap it up there. And thanks very much for watching. Appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.
Bye bye.